You have lifted a church into a place of
This is all, again,
worship.
this is an either or fallacy. So the fact that I chose a church, right, as if I'm not choosing the Bible, that's your false either
Church
or
is not
dialectic.
Church is not that important that it can.
So who does Paul say is
doctrine.
the pillar and ground? Does Paul say the Bible is the pillar and ground of truth, or the church?
The church is the distributor of the truth. We stand for the word of God.
Who does Paul say to Timothy is the pillar and ground of truth?
It's the church, but it is
not according to
not
you.
necessarily your church. You see, or not,
Well,
and not necessarily my church.
But in your argument, it's not a church at all. It's the text. Why doesn't Paul say that the pillar and ground of truth is the written text?
At that point, the Bible, the New Testament wasn't completed.
Okay, who put the Bible together?
Again, as I said, Council of Carthage I believe they got it right. I'm gonna accept what they said,
and that is arbitrary,
as well as
no reason to choose them other than that's the canon that you want. That's arbitrary.
It's not the canon that I want; it's the canon that I received. It is. I believe it. God blessed it and authorized it as His word.
That's dishonest. You don't receive their canon.
I believe it's authorized by God.
Yeah, but you're just asserting your position because that's the canon that you believe in.
And I see you arbitrarily choosing a church and lifting it up to a place that it doesn't belong.
I gave you a whole opening statement as to why the Orthodox Church has the liturgical tradition that the apostles handed down and none of the other ones do. So if you want to talk about Roman Catholic stuff, I'm happy to argue that. We can prove that by going to the canons of the 7 councils where they don't teach the papacy.
Okay. The Eastern churches, they all have nuances of difference. That's why they're not all one. You know, there's
what does this have
different flavors. There's different flavors. So they have disagreements. So which one is right? Which one's right? They disagree with each other on small things.
The Orthodox churches don't disagree. If you're talking about the Coptics, that's a specific statement about Christology that we would have to go into. But you keep not understanding that this is a fallacy. The fact that people disagree has nothing to do with what's true or false.
Yeah, but